Right, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the first of four quarterfinals in the men's side of the Rugby Sevens World Cup. New Zealand, they will be taking on Los Pumas in what could be a very close encounter, depending on what we see from these two sides. New Zealand having the win over Scotland in their very first game, 43 points to 5, whereas Argentina, they were able to get themselves their win over the Kenyans, 22 points to 17. Looking through at the starting lineup for New Zealand, Amanaki Nicole, he did very well in that first game up against the Scottish. Sam Dixon, Scott Curry, Moses Leo, Akulia Rokalisoa, Naroni McGarvey Black, and Sione Molia as the captain. Then for Argentina will be Rodrigo Esgro, Jacquin de la Vega, Germain Schultz, Santiago Verafeld, Luciano Gonzalez, Matthias Osachuk, and also Gaston Ravol. Now, off the bench, they have got the option of Marcos Maneta, the young player of the year. The question is, what will he be able to do when he does come off the bench? And how does he match up with someone like a Caleb Tangitau, who we have seen a lot more of for New Zealand as of late? But this game now underway. New Zealand kick off long in a rainy Cape Town, taken by Rodrigo Esgro. Manages to knock Naroni McGarvey Black off him, but then he comes back and makes the tackle. De La Vega now going off to the left-hand side. Luciano Gonzalez with a nice carry there as Ochuk plays half. Now Germain Schultz goes for the kick and behind. Interesting tactic from Argentina, and one we have really seen from the Pumas throughout the Sevens competition, and also who's the captain. So for New Zealand, it is Sione Molia. And then for the Argentines, I believe it is still Gaston Ravol. They just don't have the C next to his name. Now Scott Curry, hugely experienced player, keeps it in the field to play Molia. Goes back across to Dixon. Now on the midfield, Amanaki Nicole slinging past, nicely taken down the wing by Moses Leo, who just manages to stay in the field of play, but the ball bounces free. The slipperiness benefits Argentina there. Gaston Ravol goes on the outside to Azachuk. Has scored in that opening match up against the Kenyans. It was relatively close at times throughout that game, but then Argentina showed their class, pulled away, kick him on from Gaston Ravol, but it's a massive hit on one of the Pumas players who was trying to make his way through, and I believe it will just be a penalty to the Pumas here. Germain Schultz, little bit of obstruction on him, and the Pumas will win themselves the penalty. So it's kicked him behind. Amanaki Nicole. They are saying that he was in a legal position. I believe that's Carl Tanana on the commentary, ex-New Zealand captain and a Rugby Sevens player. We have got Let's Go New Zealand, says Ollie, and also Let's Go Pumas, says Nathan, and Let's Go, says Tux. And also have only met once in the 2001 Rugby World Cup, I think they have said, for Argentina and New Zealand. Now Argentina inside of the 22, Luciano Gonzalez doing nicely, breaking through a couple tackles, and he always knows how to. My voice is going. We're still early on. We've got 5 more quarterfinals to cover. Azachuk does sell the dummy. It's going to be the try for Germain Schultz. I'm going to need some water. My bottle is under the chair. I'll be back. There we go. We haven't got a lot in it. We're going to have to refill the bottle afterwards. But Germain Schultz scores the first try of the match for Argentina. It was Azachuk who managed to find that pass on the outside to Schultz. Slides over the line. And scores the first try of the match for Los Pumas. Making it interesting at the moment. Argentina, they're a tough side to beat, and New Zealand cannot afford to underestimate them. And try, let's go. That kick has missed away to the right-hand side, so the score now will remain 5-0 in favour of Argentina, the underdogs for this contest. Kicked off by Argentina once again. It's gone long, and it's a great kickoff. Found the touchline inside of the 22. Amanaki Nicole just has to watch that one go over his head. So it's a brilliant kickoff from, it was Gaston Ravol. So we have got there now. That will give me good luck, says Ollie for Kamate. Has he almost done the whole haka, has he? Now, be fired back across. Now Ronnie McGarvey Black gives it off to Sione Molia. Now Moses Leo. Great step on the inside. Azachuk does find the offload up to Sione Molia, who tries to get a couple extra meters. 40 out from the line currently for New Zealand. Amanaki Nicole getting involved in the midfield. Dixon now with the step. 2 Argentine players trying to get in there. Not quite able to get the turnover. Now Dixon once again gets Curry involved. It's a sling and pass. They've said it's gone backwards, and now it will be Sione Molia who does manage to pass it on the inside over the top to Scott Curry. That is experience between those two. So they do make it a slightly easier kick for their kicker. Schultz from Argentina. I wonder where his granddad was from. Says Gareth, a bit of a maybe reunion for Hermaine Schultz, maybe, while playing in Cape Town. And also, bro, Kamate later, my guy. Says Nathan there as well. Now, Sione Molia. They are just showing that pass on the inside to Curry. Made it an easier kick, so you'd like to think it will become 7 points to 5 here for the Kiwis now. And I was like, that will give me good luck. Says Ollie, that one has gone over. Now the points, it is saying 7 points to 5. 2 minutes 20 left of this first half. New Zealand are on an 11-game Rugby World Cup Sevens winning streak, winning the last 2 championships. So funny enough, though, they don't come in as favourites to win this competition. Fiji do. And those two sides could end up finding each other in the quarter or in the semi-finals, I believe. They could actually end up going head-to-head. Morning, Hamish. What's the latest, guys? So we do know that Australia and the women's department have made it through to their quarterfinal. They'll be going up against the winner of USA versus Canada. The winner of this game will go up against... One moment. Okay, so the winner of this game faces off with the winner of Ireland versus South Africa. Then on the other side of the draw, France and Australia, the winner of that game will go head-to-head with Samoa or Fiji. So we could have a big clash as a semi-final. New Zealand versus South Africa, perhaps. Moses Leo, bit of an injury here, but it looks like he does want to continue just for now. Now, that's a risky tactic because in sevens, you can't exactly get away with not picking up the slack if there's any gaps. Moses Leo, he's not 100%. The Pumas need to recognise that and head straight towards him. That's a brilliant scrum from New Zealand, driving straight over the top of the Pumas, and they had the ball against them in the feed, in fact. It was Pumas' ball. They put it in, and then the big men in the front row, they just ended up pushing hard. Dixon, Curry, and also Amanaki Nicole. The power shift in the hips, and also take the L. That's what the haka does now. We're leading, says Ollie. There as well. It is going to be the line out now for New Zealand. Rokaliso about to throw the ball in with 40 seconds left on the clock. New Zealand 15 out from the line. It's gone in nicely. Sam Dixon takes a nice Amanaki Nicole. Rokaliso, his foot was in touch. And he does end up giving away the ball in favour of the Pumas. They are going to have themselves the line out now. Well, we are going to go like this. And we are going to go like that. There we go. Now it is Gaston Raval throws the ball in. Dixon swats it away on the side of the Kiwis. Rokalisoa now goes to Ronnie McGarvey Black in the midfield. Back to Rokalisoa going down this near side of the field. Dixon hits it hard at Gaston Raval. 25 out. Scott Curry to the right now. Rokalisoa. Now Ronnie McGarvey Black across to Molia. Sees a bit of a space opening up. Ball on the outside to Moses Leo. That will test out the ankle. Man almost slipped over. Now just keeping the ball in play. A mistake. Although it looks like Luciano Gonzalez tries to keep that one in play for now Ronnie McGarvey Black. Now he was quite strategic in the way that he did that. You're not allowed to run the ball into touch. Now Ronnie McGarvey Black, he kind of, I want to say he acted like he was off balance so that he then stepped out, tried to offload it back in the field of play, and then it does count as the ball going out without him running it out. So I believe that is going to be halftime. New Zealand 5, or New Zealand 7, sorry, and Argentina 5. And it is Narohi, says it was, I'm going to really mess up the pronunciation here. I apologize if I get this wrong. Is it Kahuioterangi? Hopefully I haven't said that too bad. And also we have got their true story, says Nathan, in there as well. Fancying himself some Latino chicas, says Sebastian, but that is going to be halftime now. Be a little bit of an experienced veteran move from McGarvey Black there, making sure that he stepped out, put the ball back in, make them think you're keeping it alive, and then goes into halftime. New Zealand currently, they have missed 4 tackles, and they have made their own 4 in the process. Okay, we have a true Te Reo person, says Ollie. And the tries 1-1, carries double for New Zealand, passes double for New Zealand, but they've had 3 errors compared to the none of the Pumas. So as long as the second half, they don't have any unsuccessful passes, Argentina are still certainly in this contest. And also we have got there, also Kahau Oterangi. Well done, bro. Yeah, my Maori's not the best. I'll be honest. I had it for one term at school. Then for some reason they got rid of it. Like we have one term of Maori, one term of hard materials, and one term of soft materials, which is like the kind of sewing and everything along those lines. So it only was a very short amount of time. I learned Kaki te koe I tera wiki and also Homa e rima katahe tonu kata kata, which was see you next week and high five, just kidding. That was my whole term worth of learning, sadly. I would have loved to learn more throughout the time. Gassion Ravel about to kick this one off. They are showing there the New Zealand badge zoomed in. And also, we have got there bro Kete Pehia Kwe. And also, calm down, boys. And there's Spider-Mick. That one's gone into touch. Luciano Gonzalez, sorry. A little bit of a mistake, right? They are saying that there might be a dislocation. Man, Gonzalez has got some strapping on that hand. It looks like he's trying to keep it completely together. Sam Dixon looks like he's in quite a bit of discomfort. Maybe a dislocated finger. Okay. Sam Dixon, it looks like they're about to say, hold this. We're going to pop your finger back in. Aussie have great pronunciation. And also, thank you, says Ollie. And there as well. Now 6 minutes 40 still left in this first half. New Zealand will have to line up throw from inside of their own 22. Sam Dixon just needing a little bit of attention, like I mentioned, to get that finger facing the right way so that he is able to catch and pass the ball effectively. I was born speaking that language, says Ollie. Right. Sam Dixon joins back up with the line. I'm sure he won't be too keen to receive a bullet pass right to the finger that needed put back into place, but Rokaliso about to throw it in. Now, Rokaliso taking his time here. You can't take too long or else he would have ended up with a possible penalty against him, or a free kick against him, I should say. Now it will be Narohi Makavi Black. And it's a penalty to Argentina. Got up and went again. He wasn't too happy with asking the penalty or asking the ref what the penalty was for. But now Argentina on the attack. Hermain Schultz tried to get the draw past the Rodrigo Escro. Just goes into touch with it. And I'll secure it to you all. Have a lovely day. And you were speaking it as soon as you were born. Impressive, says Sebastian. And Yamihi Kia Koto Katoa. Sorry, messed up that one a little bit, didn't I? I feel like it's with these Argentine names as well, how they're pretty much completely different for the pronunciation. I got a tongue roll going for pronunciation. I got it again. Tongue roll for pronunciation. It's hard to not tongue roll it when you've been saying Spanish names. And now Rokalisoa receives that one. Now Rohi Magavi Black goes back across here. Side of the 22. Sione Molia, it's charged down. De La Fuente, it sits up for him. Tap back by New Zealand. Lot of pressure between these two sides. Now Moses Leo looking for the passing option. Just going himself. Has a bit of a juggle still going. Moses Leo, it's a foot race with Luciano Gonzalez. And he's going to be able to just beat him. Does score the try. Moses Leo, a bit of individual brilliance. Scores his first try of the Rugby World Cup 2022. And also we have got there in the chat. I should speak the Terrero more often, says Spider-Meek. Brilliant work from Moses Leo. Luciano Gonzalez almost was able to cut him off, but just not quite. Jeez, it's looking slippery out there. He slid over pretty nicely. I mentioned earlier on that whether or not we're going to get to see a 5-meter slide from someone to go in for a try. Currently, England, I should mention, are actually 7 down in the cricket, and they have got themselves a total of 154 runs. They lead by 36, so they're still trying to keep a result as a probability, really. Now, it will be 4 minutes left on the clock. New Zealand unable to convert that one. And how's it, Hamish? Says BDV, I'm doing very well, mate. And what a try. It was certainly brilliant from Moses Leo. Ball going back now. Hermain Schultz gets back up to his feet. Tackled by McCarvey Black. Great counter ruck from Caleb Tangitau. But New Zealand still managed to not quite get that ball. Now Luciano Gonzalez, the man made a muscle and not much else. And pure pace as well while we're at it. The referee getting involved. Oh, Sam Dixon might have taken a shot from the referee to the head. In fact, there might be a head clash here between the referee and Sam Dixon, but Dixon's not looking too flash. Well, it seems ironic. If anyone can hurt the referee, or if anyone can hurt Sam Dixon, I wouldn't think it would be the ref. But it looks like everyone is going to take a little bit of attention here just to make sure they're all right and get whatever lead they can. Bowl South Africa out again. Bazball out of the target, says Sebastian. And also, let's not talk about the says Gareth. Gareth is South African Ollie. That is why he doesn't want too much of it talked about. But the referee, they're just checking on him, making sure he's all right. He ended up in the wrong place. Sam Dixon taking the cut above the eye. Wonder whether or not it was maybe the referee who managed to get him for that one. Right. I want to see a replay. I want to know who makes contact with who here. Because I know that Dixon, the referee, and then there was a Pumas player involved in there as well who seems to be all right. This is just going to take a little bit of time to make sure everyone is okay. I tell you what, when was the last time we've seen a referee taken out for an HIA? I can't think of a game where a ref has been concussed, unable to continue. I don't think the referee is concussed, though. It looks like he should be able to continue this match. And what happens then? Do you bring on an assistant referee? Or is there a fifth referee somewhere waiting in the wings just in case this happens? And also 17 wickets falling in a single day, just like an ODI, says Sebastian. All right, Sam Dixon has to go off because he has got a cut in the forehead. He is going off the field. The referee looks like he's going to be all right. And also that cricket made a lot of noise outside my window. And wait, what? Says Nathan, yeah, it looks like the referee, he's back up to his feet. They're just taking every precaution to make sure he's all right. He's got a bit of a cut on his head. The referee's going to have to go to the blood bin, which is going to... the crowd are cheering because we're going to see a new referee make his way to the middle for this quarterfinal. We thought we'd seen it all in the Sevens world, but Jordan Way, the Australian, now having to go off the field, swapping the referee. Morning, Amish and everyone. Welcome in, William. Hope you are doing well. But now Jordan Way, he will make his way off the field. The assistant referee, I think he's the assistant referee anyway. Luckily, the good news is, unlike a game of union, you've got like 20 referees all waiting. This is a huge opportunity. Don't put your shirt on backwards, mate, because everyone can see you. Right, there is a new referee now out onto the park. There is a new assistant referee. And get the video ref out there, says William. Oh, I've never heard of that happening. Yeah, Jordan Way, I don't believe he's gone off for an HIA, though. I think he's just gone off because he will need maybe a couple stitches in his eyebrow. Like I said, we think we see it all, and then you get to see that. Right, the referee, new referee in charge, I should say. I don't even know who this referee is. I know he's been refereeing a few of the games. I don't know him by name, though. But Argentina have got themselves the scrum feed now inside of their own half, inside of their own 22 as well. As a chook falls into the tackle of Caleb Tangitau. Now back across Vitterfield, getting involved. Now De La Vega with a nice big carry. Penalty goes the way of Argentina for Roccaliso and not being able to run away. Or roll away, I should say. And video ref, you're on, mate. As like when a wrestler takes out the ref and another one has to sprint to the ring so that someone can count as the pins. Says Sebastian, and very happy, says and great Aussie ref had his punishment being biased. Says I'm there. I think every single game that New Zealand play, no matter where the referee's from, you do say that they're biased. So I think it might just be the fact that you don't like New Zealand rather than the referee in each of the games. And also we have got the when did we last see a ref replacement? Yeah, it's been quite some time because the thing is, with only about 3 minutes left, they won't be able to get Jordan Way back out there. They're going to try and stop the bleeding of his eyebrow. So, yeah, it's been a very long time. But luckily, because it's a World Cup, they've got all of those referees all right next to the field anyway, ready to go just in case anything untoward happens. Now forced into touch there. Brilliant work from Naroni. Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't Narohi. It was actually Tony Nyashu. Did very nicely. Now 2 minutes left on the clock. New Zealand have a 5-point lead. New Zealand are on an 11-game Rugby World Cup Sevens winning streak, winning the last 2 championships. Now, It is going to be a Rockali Soa who does throw this ball in. It's going to be nicely taken at the front by Scott Curry. Rockali Soa across to McGarvey Black. And yes, they are, Hamish, especially the Northern Hemisphere ref. Says Spider Meg, nice run from Tony Ashu. And ref will remember all his life, pathetic Aussie ref. Okay, no, now I'm starting to get the impression that you don't like Australians rather than New Zealanders, or maybe just anyone from the Trans-Tasman, perhaps in that case. Now, Argentina have got themselves another scrum feed. Argentina have been to a fair few games where they have gone to golden point time. So they've been there, done that. Will this be one of those times as well? The next game that we are going to be covering, it will be New Zealand versus Ireland. Last time I saw a ref go was when Umpiet tackled him in 2002, says Carol. So yeah, been quite some time since I have seen it as well, to be fair. Or I didn't actually get to see that one. So that's the first time I've ever seen a referee having to be replaced due to a blood bin. Time is back on. This new referee seems to be doing a good enough job, though. Amish, can you please update me on all quarterfinal results so far, please? So far we have seen Australia beat England in the women's game. And then this is actually the second quarterfinal. So no other match has taken place before that point. But we will keep you updated throughout the whole night with who is going through. Luciano Gonzalez, nice work from New Zealand, being able to use that power of Molia and McGarvey Black to force them towards the tuck line. Now back across. Where is Marcos Maneta? That is my big question. We've hardly seen him throughout the Sevens competition, and he's got bright new shiny boots that he wants to show off. Now Rodrigo Uthro breaks through one tackle, going back across. It will be the number 10 now off the bench. Tobias Way goes wide. Does a chook. Now Argentina, they know they need to score this and get themselves the 7 points, which is why they take the tap. Heading infield, Hermé Schultz. He takes the contact himself. Risky tactic there. Ball available now, once again at the back. Luciano Gonzalez passes off to Rodrigo Isgro. Back across here. Argentina, a real attacking chance. Luciano Gonzalez tackled by Lewis Ormond. Now the siren sounds. Argentina, one last attack. The ball's being dropped. And that will be the end of Argentina's chances. Juan de la Vega puts it down. And that is going to be the end. And also, New Zealand refs seem to be biased against South Africa in World Cups. So Aussie refs when South Africa play New Zealand, says Lawrence there. Come on, Pumas, and low score this game. It certainly was, but New Zealand just managed to hang on, winning at 12 points to 5. And what was a battle. We saw referees going off. We saw a few tries. We saw big hits. And now we see New Zealand advancing to face the winner of Ireland versus South Africa. How's our Seven Sisters going, Hamish? Are we good? They are going to be playing in only about 8 minutes' time. And their game is up against the Irish. So that could be a tough game because Ireland are certainly no slouches in the women's sevens, but New Zealand, they have been able to win this one. Sam Dixon, he took the cut, so they will have to try and make sure that that is all good to go by tomorrow where they do play the Blitz box or the Irish tough game, says William. Exactly right. It was a pretty tough one. Scott Curry there, they are interviewing him. He said that both sides really did show up. It was going to be a tough matchup, and that is exactly what we did get to see. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. Like I mentioned, we will be popping away for 5 minutes. Then we return at 6:05 for New Zealand versus Ireland for the women's quarter-final fixture. But thank you all very much, and I will see you all for the next one.